All right, Brendan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with the newly crowned WBO middleweight champion and the man, the knockout artist that's referred to sometimes as the Black Golovkin.
Yeah.
Denzel Bentley, man. Nice to meet you. Good to have you here.
No, nice to meet you too, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, it's great. You've had an interesting career, Denzel. I'm from the States, as you know, so I heard your name for a while, like in 2020, 2019. A lot of the British people that watch my channel, they would always tell me about a lot of the UK fighters. So like at that time, it was like you and Chris Congo were two of the names that people would tell
Okay.
me
Yeah,
tell me
yeah,
about
yeah.
a lot. It seems like the British fans and public they really like you, like more than most fighters.
Yeah, I fight with my heart on my sleeves, man. I'm always in entertaining fights. Everyone that knows me knows I don't swerve any fights, which is why I have a few losses. Some fights I probably shouldn't have took at certain points in my career, and I appreciate the British fans, for that. And I always try to keep them entertained. I'm not a sluggish fighter, whereas you hit me, I hit you.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
always try to do my best to entertain the crowd.
Nah, you've done a great job of it. To your point about you said that you don't duck no smoke. I didn't even know this till today actually when I was researching more your career.
Yeah.
Apparently you got signed by Frank Warren because you took a fight the same like hours before you fought a
Yeah,
guy
yeah, yeah.
Serge and Bono in 2018.
Sergio Bomo,
So
yeah.
what was the story behind that? How did that all come about?
So I was getting ready for a fight late, I think about 2, 3 weeks after that. So I was
Yeah,
already in the gym. And then Frank, he does these dinner shows every year for a charity, for
yeah,
the Deborah show for Deborah charity. So I was in the gym and I was doing my first 8 rounder.
yeah.
So I just sparred 10 rounds. So I sparred 10 rounds, and then I got home from the gym a few hours later, and then I got a call. And then he was like, I got a call from my other coach, Ray, and he was like, "Oh, okay, how you feeling?" I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
right, just chilling." He goes, "Oh, have you eaten?" And I'm like, "What's with all these weird questions? When did you ever ask me these questions?" And he's like, "Oh, you might be fighting tonight." And I was like, "Where?" He's like, "The Deborah show." I was like, "That's Frank's card, right?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, let's do it." So how'd you feel after training? Are you tight? I said, "Nah, let's do it because this is a chance to get picked up." But at the time, I didn't know who I was fighting.
Correct. Yeah,
So obviously,
and you wound up stopping that guy. You wound up stopping that guy, and that led to
ended
you
up
signing with Frank Warren.
ended up stopping him. First person to ever stop him. He had a half and half record. But of course, I'm a young prospect. He was like 6-7 or 7-6, whatever.
Yeah.
Given, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so like it was when I found out I was fighting him, I was like, oh, this guy's tough. They're setting me up. But then I thought, no, let's do it. And I ended up stopping him in the second round. And then yeah, after that, I got a contract coming from Frank.
Well, I think that more than anything that will let people know the kind of fighter you are. Because a lot of
Yeah,
guys sometimes I know so many fighters that they'll get a 6 week notice for a fight and they don't want to fight guys. You find guys on the same day, when you didn't
yeah.
really have much. So it speaks a lot to your character, and that character has shined through out your career.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
So you grew up at somewhere called Palm Grove Estate. What's
Patmore.
Patmore bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Palm Grove is where David Adelaide's from
Yeah,
Patmore
yeah.
Estate.
That's enough.
What is an estate for the Americans that don't know what a state but an estate is, and what and speak to your upbringing in Patmore Estate. What was that like?
Um, yeah, the state is it's just a small area. What would you call it in America? It's like I don't even
Like
know what you should
like
call it
like
over there.
I think we would call them like projects or Section 8 buildings.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
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 yeah. All
yeah,
right, cool, yeah, just like that. So we're in the state. Everything's kind of like community-ish, it's close knit. I'm saying everyone in the estate knows each other. Obviously, like parents know each other. You go to school with people, you grow up with them. You end up their parents know your parents through these kind of things. But you grow up on the estate. Obviously, one thing's turned to another, and like I said earlier, like in an interview, I think like gangs start from just being friends. You just get involved in dumb shit and then things happen. So you just grow up in an estate, you just start off friends, you end up doing other stuff, and it's community, it's kind of community based, and it's like I don't regret anything I did or the way I grew up. I kind of liked it and it molded me into the character I am today. Do you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people on the outside that haven't grown up like me and a lot of other inner city kids wouldn't understand that those are probably the best times of my childhood. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
crazy, man. Yeah.
Why would you say that those were the best times of your childhood? What made those the best times of your childhood?
We're just free, man. There was like, of course, as you're a kid, there's no responsibility, but it's like
Yeah.
everyone knew everyone. It was like you leave your house,
Yeah.
the parks around the corner. The mum can see from the balcony. My mum knows my friend's mum that I'm playing with, and everything's just close knit. And it's like there was hardly any trouble until we got to a certain age. But as young kids, there was hardly any trouble. Everything was just fun. You play out till the what do you call it? The street lights go on. Then you know it's getting dark. You got to go indoors. So it's just like it's just fun. Like now as an adult, there's a lot more responsibility, a lot of things to kind of consider in life. But back then, it was different, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Like before social media and technology took over the
That's it.
world.
Before,
Yeah.
yep. Knock on your friend's door. Hi, Mrs. Da da da. Is so and so in? Yeah. Can you play out today? Yeah. Yo, come get
Yep.
in the bikes. You know what I'm saying now you just message someone and you get access to them.
Yeah. It's different days, different times.
Different days, and yeah, man.
But speak like so like every fighter has their motivations for why they put on the gloves. What influenced you to want to start boxing, Denzel? Like what are your origins in the sport?
So when I was 15, I never watched boxing, done boxing, nothing. Of course, like had a few fights, whatever in school or street fights or whatever, but like had no interest in boxing. I used to play football. You don't call it soccer or whatever.
Yeah.
So play football.
Yeah, yeah.
And my brother, who's always trying to find ways to make money, he went over to the market, Nino's market, and he bought gloves and a headset.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to charge people to fight each other. So like, say if me and this person are friends and we have a bit of differences, we can fight and shake on it, and it's not going to be." And he was going to charge. He didn't end up charging. We just ended up using it for fun. And like, we might call someone out and say, "Yo, you got 2 weeks to get ready. Stop smoking for like 2 weeks, and come meet us in the cage or in the block." Or we pop one of the block doors, go in there, we suit up, and then we just get it cracking. We just go until whoever's tired is tired, or whoever
Mm-hmm.
loses. So that was my first introduction to boxing. Then when I got to college, I met a friend that actually boxed. So he took me to his amateur gym. And
Yeah.
me thinking I could box, I'm like, yeah, bring me down. I remember sparring the first day, I got my ass kicked. And something like, and so I just wasn't having it. I'm like, nah, if I don't come back here, I'm gonna look like a bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I just
pride
got
kicked in.
that pride kicked in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I've got to go back. At this point, I'm like 17, 18. So I'm like, nah, I gotta go back. Like, so I just kept going back, kept going back. And then the coach started liking me. He's like, "Oh, you got a lot of heart, boy. Like, come, we could do something with you." And I'm like, "Ah, cool." And I just carried on and I just started enjoying it.
Okay. And yeah, yeah, I kind of comes through in your style because like you don't have like there's no amateur habits in your style.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like you're very
Yeah,
much punching through the target.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, you you didn't have a promoter early in your career. You
No,
weren't signed. So I believe I was reading it was your first 8 fights you didn't have a promoter.
no, no
Correct.
promoter.
So like speak to the difficulties of that because I feel like people boxing fans they always see the guys that get signed straight from the amateurs and that's pumped down everybody's social media feed, but there's that other side that nobody hears about, the guys like kind of like
Yeah.
yourself that didn't have the red carpet in the beginning. What was that like?
It was difficult. But remember, like, I started boxing late.
Mhm.
I only had 22 amateur fights.
Yeah.
Didn't win any national titles or anything extravagant to take to a promoter to be like, "Yo, this is it." So they're not just gonna take my word for it, like, "Yo, I can fight." Like, you gotta show me something.
Correct.
So on these small hall shows, I think you don't call them club shows.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So like we'd go and we have to sell tickets ourselves. So it's like cool. They give us tickets. We gotta sell tickets, get the
Door to
money back.
door. Yeah.
You feel me? And then give it back. And then like I remember being young and I'm like, I kind of related to like being on the ends with the estate. And it's like
Yeah.
one of the elders give you a pack and you gotta
Gotta move
get
it.
rid of yeah, and then give
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I was like, right, it's the same hustle, just a different sort
Correct.
of. You feel me? So I'm like,
It's
okay,
actually
so
legal.
it's legal. So
Yeah.
I'm then obviously selling tickets, whatever. And like for my first 8 fights, that's what I had to do. I was quite lucky because there was a few dinner shows I jumped on. The dinner shows you didn't have to sell tickets, so it was all right. And that takes me back to which is why I took that opportunity with Frank when he had a dinner show because I had no promoter and I was hustling trying to sell tickets to make enough money to pay my opponent, pay the promoters, and then pay
Correct. Correct.
myself. So that's why I took the opportunity with Frank that was earlier.
Yeah, no, that's a big struggle. It's a big struggle that a lot of fighters sometimes they can't. After a while, they're like, man, forget this. I'm gonna go get a regular 9 to 5
Yeah, because
job.
you can't. Cause remember, a lot of people for your family. Some people have big families, but a lot of them don't appreciate boxing. So for
Right.
them to give up like £60, £100 every time you're fighting, it's like, yo, I don't even value this. I'm just giving you money because I'm supporting you, and then they can't always do it. And the ticket sales get lower and lower and lower, and then before you know it, you owe the promoters money, and it's like, yo, I
Yeah.
can't do this, bro. So yeah, it's dark.
No, it's a lot, but it seemed to pay off well for you.
Yeah,
Your career, like I said, it hasn't been smooth sailing. I know for a while you were kind of just on that British level, high British level. You won the British title a
yeah,
couple times. You lost to Nathan Heaney. I remember I watched that fight, and then
yeah.
Felix Cash. What changed mentally? How did you overcome those losses and rise above just being on the British level?
So for the Felix Cash loss, that was my first loss. That one
Mm-hmm.
probably got me the most, and I remember just being so frustrated and angry in the gym. And because I got back to the gym the week after, and I was like, nah, like I need to get back. I can't sit on that. Like every time I leave my house, I feel like everyone's looking at me. These times, no one probably cares. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
just at that point, and I'm just like, no, everyone's talking to me, saying, "Oh, how did that happen?" I guess it's as good as yours. I don't know. I got hit with a shot, and it caught me. But I remember just fixing up my whole training regime. So I just used to train and go home, eat a bit of food and sleep and not do any extras. Like now I call it homework. So I'm not doing any homework. So I remember just changing. I'm like, okay, cool. I've got to change my schedule. I've got to be as dedicated as these world champions I see. I can't just wait till I'm world champion to get things in order or wait till I get a shot, whatever, because it's clearly not working. So I remember getting a strength and conditioning coach, getting a nutritionist,
Mm.
started getting to bed at a certain time. Certain people can't get through to me. I'm just strict, strict, strict. So for the next whatever fights, I can't remember how many fights after, but for the next whatever fights, that's just how I was living my life. Like not doing anything, I'm not going anywhere, just locking in and doing all these things. And I saw the benefits of it like as I went on. And then for the Heaney fight,
Yeah.
I remember the situation for that one was my son was born prematurely, like right at the end of camp.
Oh wow.
So he was in intensive care for like 10 days. So he was born 6 weeks early, but I was fighting in 4 weeks. So he meant to be born 2 weeks after the fight. So I remember the first 10 days, I'm going to the gym, from the gym, hospital, home. I'm not following my nutritional plan. I'm missing S&C because I'm in the gym, making sure my missus is okay and all these things. Just trying to be there, but also trying to be a father, which I don't know how to do, and also trying
Yeah.
to be a fighter.
Trying to balance
And it
things.
just, yeah, it just took me mentally. So in that fight, I don't remember being there. Like I'm floating. I remember 12 rounds went, and I'm like, yo, the fight's done. And I'm asking people in the ring, like, yo, how was that? How was that? And everyone's got this face like, I said, yo, I'm fucked. I said, yo, I'm fucked. What did I do? Like, what did I do? And then I remember just after that, whatever happened. I got home and I just was just being a dad. Like, I just forgot about boxing. Was with my son, just like, and then I just everything went away. I just felt relieved. I didn't feel that pressure of, oh, you lost the Heaney
Yeah.
until I got back into the boxing environment and everyone goes, what happened there? And then I'm just like, yeah, you know what, I did lose to him, but I just knew I had to come back after that, like stronger.
So it sounds like after those losses, you really started to fully like invest in yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not a person that likes to blame others for things that happen to me. Even if it is someone else's fault, it's my fault for allowing it to be someone else's fault. Do you know what I mean? So I need to look in the mirror and see, okay, what can I do to make myself better in this situation? Otherwise, I'm not moving forward. And I want to move forward. So I just had to look in the mirror after all those losses, even after Janibek. I had to look in the mirror that did I take that too early? What did I do wrong? Like whatever, whatnot. And just yeah, just have to move forward, man. And it's worked out so far.
Well, the Johnny Beck fight, I mean, that was definitely. I mean, I knew who you were before that, but that was really the fight where I was like, wow, this guy might actually
Yeah.
have the goods to go become a champion. Because
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you, when that fight got made, I'm like, man, he's gonna run right through Denzel Bentley. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, I think everyone felt that. Everyone
That's
felt that
that's
apart
how
from
I
me.
felt. And then you know,
Okay, okay. So I'm just in an interview. Can you
you
go to mine, please?
My daddy stopped me. And I want
Sorry.
it's
Give me a headphone, please.
my daddy said,
Sir,
it's all good. It's all good.
sir, they just walked in. Can you get out of my camera, please?
got the special guest.
But yeah, gone. Yeah. My niece
But
and my son just walked in, but yeah.
okay, no, but the Janibek fight, that fight really, even though it was a loss, it was one of those cases where your stock definitely went up because
Yeah,
he was trying to punch to the target, and you were still there, and you got in the
yeah.
pocket, and you were fighting him. What was that whole fight like? Because I've interviewed fighters that have sparred Janibek, and I hear all these crazy stories about how hard he punches and physically strong he is. What was he like in there, and what do you feel that fight did for your like mentality?
He didn't really punch that hard. He punched sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So like, he'd hit me, and it would be the ones that I didn't see, caught me by surprise, that would get me. Like in the 12th round, I thought I was gonna step on him, and he just caught me coming in. But he just punched sharp. Like he was a sharp puncher rather than a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
And I remember getting hit with some shots, and I'm like, okay, I can take this. This isn't here, because they were saying, oh yeah, because obviously they're like, he's Kazakhstan. They're saying, oh yeah, Golovkin, blah blah blah. And I compare him to Golovkin and all that stuff. And I'm like, nah, this is I can take this. So then I started stepping to him, like the end of the 4th, going into the 5th, and I started landing my shots, and I realized I was hurting him in there. Obviously, I'm growing in confidence naturally, and yeah, I don't think he was the heavy hitter, but he's a very sharp, accurate puncher.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because yeah, I was surprised how durable you were because he started clipping you towards the end, but you were still there fighting with him. And I had a couple of friends that went to that fight, and they were like, man, like everyone that was there that I knew became Bentley fans that night.
Yeah, no, that's sick, man. No, because my whole family was there, and I think it's even so funny because you reported on that fight.
I did. Yeah.
And I remember not wanting to watch anything, and my mom just sent me your clip.
Mm-hmm.
She said, yo, you need to reach out to this guy and find him. He's really rating you. I'm like, well, okay, let me just watch this quickly. And that's when, obviously, I found out about you. It was actually my mom that put me on. So I was like, oh, okay, sick.
Yeah.
That's cold. And then, obviously, I found out, a lot of Americans were rating that performance, and they became fans, yeah.
One of my best friends went to that fight. This kid named Jony. I don't know if you know Jony. Apparently, you gave him your shirt at the fight.
I know Jony. Yeah. I know Jony. Yeah, he still talks to me. I still talk to him now.
Yeah. So yeah, he really enjoyed that experience. But with you being champion now, now that target's on your back. Now you're gonna be the hunted. And there's a lot of interesting possibilities. Like there's endless possibilities really for you. Have you thought about any of the big fights? Like is there a fight that sticks out to you more than the others?
You know what? I really want Adamas,
Really?
Internationally, yeah, I want Adamas, but
wow, I'm surprised to hear that name.
Yeah, that's the thing. I might be kind of mad because I look at fighters, and in my mind, I'm thinking about what will be a good fight, which I want to be in. Like a lot of fight people think, oh, what's the easy route? What can I do? No, I'm looking at the best fight, and I think the best fight in the division right now is Adamas. Like, so I'm thinking if I fight that guy, that's a I know myself. I know I'm tough. I know I'm skilled. I know I can hold my own.
You can punch.
I can punch.
Yeah.
If I can get in there, Adamas has had a loss before. He ain't invincible. Even if he hadn't had a loss, he's not invincible. And I just see myself in a good fight with him. And if I can come out of that fight victorious, I'm the number one in the division. Do you know what I mean? So there's other fights there. Domestically, I'd like Eubank Jr. He's obviously the biggest name in the UK. Liam Smith's about. I like that fight. But it's just in my mind. I like fights that I don't think will be good fights really put me off. I need to get in the gym and grasp. Yo, this guy's a killer. I'm about to go on there.
Yeah.
I can't. No chances. So yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie to you, because I mean Adamas has talked about going to 168, and like I have my notes in front of me. What I was gonna ask you, I didn't even put his name in here because I didn't think he'd even be at 60, and I didn't think you talk about him. So I actually respect that you mentioned his name.
Yeah. I like Adamas. He's a good fighter. I'd love to get in there. I mean, look, I want to move to 68 too as well, man. I mean,
do you?
Why not, man? Yeah.
Okay. Well,
the challenge.
With fight, you mentioned, so since you mentioned fights that are tough, I mean, there's this guy that everyone is saying is this boogeyman, so to speak, this Yoenlis Hernandez. Have you watched the fight at all?
I watched it when everyone started saying he's my number one and he could be my mandatory soon. So I watched him, and he's a quality fighter, man. All these Cubans are, you know what I mean? So he's a good fighter, but listen, fights are fights, man. I ain't, I ain't scared of no one. When I went in there to fight Janibek, he was meant to be the boogeyman. You know what I mean? I mean, if I fought him on UK soil, probably could have been a draw or a different type of fight. Do you know what I'm saying? A different type of fight. I might have been riled up by the crowd. It was close in my opinion when I watch it back. I could be biased. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's just how I felt in it. But yeah, I mean Hernandez, good fighter, man. But I ain't ducking no smoke, man. If you become a mandatory, then yeah, man, we got to wrap it up and get to work. So that's what it is.
Yeah. No, that would be a good one. Also, another fight. You mentioned kind of circling back to Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone that I've ever talked to that's mentioned your name, it's like you get like a different type of love from the British fans
No, that's
that
it,
I
man. That's
know,
good to know.
and
Yeah,
I really feel like that might be the fight that takes you from just being like a guy that's just known in the boxing circles to now you're now
yeah.
getting the mainstream attention.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. I think it will. I think you're right. I think that's the one, man. And Chris Eubank Jr. has always talked about wanting to be a world champion. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously, like you were saying, I didn't think I had that profile to ever get a fight with Chris Eubank Jr. But if
Yeah.
I am gonna get a fight with Chris Eubank Jr., this would be the reason because I got this world title. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully he circles around and thinks I'm someone he can beat and goes, you know what? Let me get a shot at this world title because that's an easy touch for me, and then we can get to work. And I think that would just shoot me into that superstardom in British boxing at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, you got the belt, and more importantly, I think for him, you have a fan friendly style, and you're
Yeah,
British as well. So I think you guys could probably do that fight maybe like the O2 Arena or something like that, headline
yeah, I
there.
think so. Yeah, easy. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I mean, I think I think it'll be a good fight. He's still a good fighter. I know the situation with Conor Ben. I'm not an idiot. I know we lost him, but we can all see the reasons why. We can see he wasn't a fully fit fighter that night, albeit he took the fight he got in the ring and told us he was all good. But so he has to take, the consequences of his actions. But I still think he's a quality fighter. And if he retires, all well and good, man. I'm a fan. But if he's still in this game, come on, man. Let's wrap it up and
Let's
go to work.
let's run it. Let's run it.
Yeah, let's run it, man.
Um,
Literally.
another fight that I think might be a possibility because he's gonna move off is maybe you versus Xander Zayas. 'Cause I know he's
Yeah,
pretty.
I heard. I spoke. Some people started tweeting me about that fight as well, and
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yo, let's go, Xander." Do you know what I mean? Like, hey, if he wants some work now, we can get it, man. But these are the fights I want, bro.
yeah,
These are the fights I want to be. I want to be exposed to the worldwide boxing. I
correct.
mean, I boxed for the British title like 7 times, so British boxing knows me.
Yeah, yeah,
It's different, but worldwide, outside of Janibek, I had that fight, and I'm like, I've been forgotten about on the world stage. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, guys like you that are into your boxing, you would know, but just on the world stage, it's like, oh, where did that guy go? And I'm trying to pop back onto the scene, man. Of course,
no,
I need some
that's
good wins against these guys, but Xander Zayas, Hernandez, Adamus, 168, fight Hamzah, Berlanga, all these
Pacheco.
guys, man. Pacheco,
Yeah,
good fighter too. He fought the other day, innit?
yeah, he did.
What the other day, yeah, Pacheco, Berlanga, all these guys, man. Like,
Yeah,
it'd be an honor to get in the ring with them, man. I mean, because it puts me on that world stage. That's where I want to be, man.
that's why I think you should be. I think you went through as the Brits would say, the hard graft,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
and it's time you get on that world stage. I like the Xander Zayas fight
yeah. Of
because you got something he wants, which is the opportunity to become a world champion. We know
course.
top rank in the WBO are like this.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, and same with Queensbury and WBO. So, and Queensbury and Top Rank. And
correct.
Frank and Bob, they've done business together and they've done business with me when I fought Janibek. So it shouldn't be hard
And I
to do
think
because I've already been across the pond.
boxing is at a stage now too where everything's on the zone. Everybody's under the same roof, so
Yep,
it, sh-
same
it should be
platform, yeah.
it should be straight away. It should be a lot simpler to make.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Everyone's in the same broadcaster, so there shouldn't be no difficulties trying to make the fight. Everyone's on the same page, man. But
Yeah,
these fights, hearing my name with these guys, but I'm a boxing fan, so I
yeah.
watch all these guys and I watch their fights. And as well as I'm a competitor, I'm a fan, just honestly hand and heart. Do you know what I mean? So getting in there with these guys and then me being able to give them an L and move forward and get on that world stage where people start seeing me and saying, "Yo, hey, Denzel."
Yeah.
I love that, man.
That'd be great.
I
Yeah.
love that, man.
And plus two, you and Zen, it's Puerto Rico and the UK. That's a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
culture and
yeah.
history, and
100%.
I think it makes just a lot of sense. So I'll advocate for that fight. Now I want to see Denzel
Yeah,
Bentley
let's go,
versus
man.
Xander
Then if we
Zayas.
can't get anywhere else, we can get that on the AJ Fury card. I mean, let's work, man. I think that's a sick fight, man.
It'd be
Shout
very
out to
sick.
Xander Zayas, man.
You know, there's a fight happening in about 2 days. With Tszyu and Errol Spence.
Yeah.
I know they're not officially middleweights, but they're fighting at 160. So maybe
Yeah.
you could get the winner of even that fight.
I'm game, bro. Like, listen, all these big fights. I mean, that's a massive fight. I mean, this Errol Spencer's comeback. So obviously we're seeing him. So obviously it's reached out on a worldwide stage. It's in Australia, and the whole world is tuned in for it. That's where I want to be, man. Where all the eyes are on me, and I can just show my skill set. And I mean, I think I'm in a place right now where I've been through whatever I've been through, and I know how to handle certain things, and I know how to handle myself as I've matured in myself as a person and as a fighter. So I'm in the best place right now to be able to take these fights. And I think that's just like when we say it's God's time, and it's actually God's time. And I've been trying to be a world champion for, when did I fight Janibek? 4 years now, and it's like
Yeah.
it ain't happened. All these setbacks, but it's happened for a reason, bro. I feel like it's matured me,
Has it
especially
really
when I
been
have that.
4 years already? It's been 4 years?
Yeah, I fought him
Damn. 22,
2022.
right?
Yeah, 22.
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn.
so it's mad.
I didn't realize it's been 4 years. That's
It's
crazy.
4 years, bro. I remember because I was 27. I'm 31 now. I'm thinking, geez, clock's ticking.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So all these fights, bro, this is where I want to be. But I think all them setbacks allowed me to kind of go back and reassess and find myself. 'Cause I didn't have an amateur experience and I have a
Right.
massive one, so I'm doing it now on the fly. So, but I don't complain about it. I just get on with my job.
Well, I think the good thing about your career is that number one, I think it's a good example to a lot of fighters that you can take a couple losses and still come back and do pretty well for yourself in the sport of
Yeah,
boxing. And then also too, like you weren't one of these spoon-fed fighters, so you can actually weather any trials and tribulations in the fight game. Some
yeah.
guys, they get coddled their whole career, and then they face the slightest bit of adversity, and then they don't know how to deal with it. So I think
Exactly.
that's the
Yeah.
benefit of it for you.
No, most definitely, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, for sure. What's your relationship with Isaac Chamberlain, man? Because that's a good friend of mine. I've been knowing
Oh
him for
yeah, that's my guy,
years.
man.
I've been
That's
knowing
my
him.
brother, man.
I've been knowing him for years, and I saw like he interviewed you on IFL. He called you the Black Golovkin.
Yeah. That's where it come from. That's where it started.
Yeah.
That interview. That was early in my career as well. I
Yeah.
think I just boxed that night as well. That's my brother, man. We've been friends for a long time. We've been really close for a long time, man. I know his family, he knows mine. Um, of course, a lot of it's boxing, but outside of boxing, we actually hang, like we chill. Like Isaac's someone that I wouldn't even say is a friend in boxing. That's just outside of boxing. That's my guy. That's like sometimes I might think of something. I phone him up, ask him. He might need advice. He phone me up, ask me.
Yeah.
I might go watch him. If he's in camp, I'm getting out to watch him spar. If I'm in camp, he's coming over to me, watching me.
Yeah.
That's my brother, man. That's my brother still.
Nah, he's a great guy. He's been through a lot of trials and tribulations too. So I'm
He
sure.
has. He
I'm
has.
sure, and
He's a tough guy, man.
he's very tough.
He's a
Sometimes
tough
too
guy.
tough for his own good.
Yeah, and I tell him that a lot as well. I tell him that a lot, man. But it's how we're raised, man. It's crazy.
Because I remember with him, when I met him in 2019. He was down in because I'm from Florida originally, like Miami area,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he had a period of his career where like he had lost to Okoli, he had the Luke Watkins fight, and then he had this long layoff, and
Yeah.
he came to Miami of all places to get out of his comfort zone, and I knew who he was because I followed British boxing, and we got really cool back then. So I got a lot of love for Isaac.
Yeah. He's a good guy, man. He's got a good heart, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah. So you mentioned being a fan of other people or just a fan of boxing in general. I saw recently you had spoken about the British heavyweight Moses Itauma, the phenom, the young kid.
Yeah.
I know he's fighting too. I'm not supposed to be in London for that fight. I want to go to London for that fight with
Okay.
Hrgovic.
Yeah, we'll link up then, innit? I should be at that fight as well.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll
But
come look for you.
you said you watched him. I didn't watch the interview, but I had seen it on my feed. I guess you watched him spar, and
Yeah.
I hear all these crazy stories about Moses, and he sounds like he's like the next big thing. So what can you say about Moses?
Yeah, I mean, that time I think he was like 17. And obviously
Okay.
he's sparring one of the heavyweights, and he's a big man, and I just see him fold him with a body shot, and I thought, right, the way he even found that shot was like, he don't fight like a heavyweight. And
Yeah.
that's what's a problem for all the other heavyweights. And he's the real deal, man. And like, I'm someone, I don't rate a lot of fighters just from fights, because it's easy to match make and do all these things, especially with him coming up through his career.
Correct.
He's never going to be in a hard fight until obviously the stage is up now, but at that time. So when I saw him spar up front and personal, I said, yeah, you know what? This kid's got it still. It's not a gimmick. Like, he's not just, he's got it. So when they're putting him with all these guys and he's taking them out, I mean, it's great to see, but I'm not actually surprised. Like, oh my days, he done that. Like, nah, I know what I saw. That even if it was a glimpse, I think it was like 2 rounds, and I'm like, I know what I saw, man. This kid's got it, man. I mean, all he's got to do is stay focused and stay disciplined, and he's getting out of the way, man. He's gonna reign for a long time.
Yeah, just focus on your training. Don't get caught up with the girls and all that stuff, and you be all
Yeah,
right.
that's it, man. Yeah. It all comes with it, that fame, but you just gotta block it out, man.
Yeah. So you mentioned the fact that he doesn't fight like a lot of heavyweights. Like he fights. He kind of has a smaller man skills, but in a bigger frame, right?
Yeah.
Um, what else could you say about it? Like as far as maybe like punching power wise, or what are some things as a fighter you see that maybe the average person can't see?
His speed and his movement, man. He's
Yeah.
like that shot where he knocked out Jermaine Franklin with.
Yeah.
He was in close. A lot of fighters, not just heavyweights, a lot of fighters would have tried to clinch or try and smother him close and go to the body and just make it messy. He's smart enough to understand, give yourself a little bit of room, just shift him a little bit, and he found that uppercut. And Jermaine's probably thinking, all right, we're in the clinch right now, we're inside, we're in close. And he's just like, nah, that little tiny step back, caught him with the uppercut, and just finished him with that little straight jab. But a lot of fighters would have smothered their work there or fell over their front foot or just got into that sort of inside fighting. But he just knows where he is all the time in the ring. Like, he's very aware of his surroundings. And it's hard to get that from a young fighter. Like, that takes experience. And he's got that already. And I think awareness, like ring IQ, I think that's really important, especially for a heavyweight. But his speed is going to kill a lot of guys. But just his awareness alongside that speed, he's not just dependent on speed, his accuracy. There's just a lot, man. There's a lot to break down. I can go on for a minute, but
Yeah.
he's cold, man. He's cold.
Yeah. He fights like one of those fighters, like they say in the ring. The more experience you have, or just the better you are, things tend to be slower. They slow down for you
Yeah,
in there. So
100%.
he
He's that
fights
guy.
like a guy where everything's in slow
If it
motion
slow
for him.
down for him, yeah, he sees everything, and you'd hardly see him at a position where his head's in a certain place and he's trying to find. Nah, he's always looking at what his target is, and he knows where he is, man. He's clean, man.
Okay. So how do you think this Hrgovic fight's gonna go with him?
I think he stopped Hrgovic, man,
Yeah, early
and it's mad
is
because mid middle
mid
rounds. I
rounds.
think from round 8, if it goes past round 8, then listen, Hrgovic is tough. He's a tough guy. He's a quality fight. That's world level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's just certain attributes that Moses has got that makes me feel like if Moses doesn't gas out, because that's the only problem. We don't know his tank when it gets late.
Yeah.
We don't know his tank. He does burn a lot of energy with them feints and the par in and all them things there. Like
Yeah.
just
The probe
a
with
lot
the
of
jab.
a lot of pour in. So that could take some energy out of him. But if it doesn't, if Hrgovic goes past 8, I got a newfound respect for him, bro. I'll be honest with you, because it's just that initial speed. That initial speed, like before Hrgovic sets his feet to hit a jab, he can get hit with a 1-2. And Moses throws shots from angles, and he's just.
It's
Listen,
it's a lot. It's a lot to
yeah,
deal
I
with.
just don't. I don't see it going about past 8, man. I don't see it, man.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I like Hrgovic. That's my guy, but I know
I
he's
like him as
definitely.
well. I like him as well, man. I like him as well. I think he's a great fighter. Like hand on heart, I actually think he's a good. I just think Moses is just special, bro. Like,
He's one of them talents that comes along every so often. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally, yeah.
Okay. So who's your favorite fighter to watch in boxing? Like as a fan, who would you say is your when they have a fight sign, you get a little extra excited? Is there anybody like that in the sport for you?
I mean, Crawford is my guy, but he's just retired, so it's
Yeah.
like, in the UK we got to stay up mad hours to watch certain fights, and if Crawford's
Correct.
fighting, I'm staying up unless I'm in camp. That's the only time I'm pissed. I'm like, damn, I can't mess up my pattern. But right now I like Shakur. I think Shakur's clean.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Shakur. More so now I'd watch him because he's always going to be in good fights. Before, like when he's fighting like the Nakatanis and the Santoses and that, it's like that ain't worth staying up for, if that makes sense. But now he's in some good fights. His last few fights, well, the Cepeda one we got in British time. To be honest, so we're quite
Cepeda
lucky.
and then
But the
Tszyu.
Tio one I stayed up for. I like Boots. I think Boots can fight. Boots is a good fighter. Who else is there? In the UK, obviously Moses. if he's
Moses
fighting.
Itauma, yeah.
Yeah, he's a bad boy. There's some good fighters as well. Dalton Smith can fight. He's cold. But I'm
I
not
was
gonna act
there.
like I
I was there when
intentionally
he.
watch his fights, but he's a bad boy. He can fight.
I was there when he put out Matisse. I was ringside. It was
I
bad.
swear.
I
I
was
couldn't
there.
wait. I was loving it. I was loving it. I was like, yeah, I get him. Nah, he's Dalton Smith is he's one of them ones. And the thing is like you don't look at him and feel like, damn, he's got bare flair and all these things.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, that boy's clean. He's neat. He does a lot of things right. I like Dalton Smith. I'm looking forward to his next fight with Puyo. Puyo? Is that you say it?
Puyo,
Yeah,
Alberto
Puyo.
Puyo. Yeah,
Because I like
that's gonna be
Puyo.
a
I think
tough one.
Puyo's good as well. I think Puyo's good, so that'd be a good fight.
Puyo is kind of like the Adamas of that weight class. Like
Okay, yeah.
Dominican, slick, counter puncher.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't want to go near him,
Yeah,
that type of thing.
100%. I think that'd be a good fight. Who else we got there? Obviously, you got the Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis. That fight would be a good fight. But them guys there, it's just depending on who they fight. The ones that I don't care who they're fighting, bud. Yeah, I'm not screen. I don't care who's fighting. He could be fighting an ant. I'm watching.
Yeah, I hear you. Nah, he was great. I like Bud. But Denzel, I don't want to hold you much longer, man. I just wanted to come, talk to you real quick. I ain't got you
Yeah,
on
no, I
the channel,
appreciate it, man.
and it was great having you. But any final message you want to give to the people before I go ahead and I end the interview?
Yeah, no, man. Just listen. I appreciate all the support. So I appreciate all the support, especially from the British fans, but the American fans. Hopefully, I can mix it with some of your fighters, and you get to see a different side of me and get to know who I am. And yeah, man, you support me too. So thank you.
All right, Denzel, thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.